Here Paco says, who is John McLaughlin for him?
Y con John pues tengo otro tipo de comunicación, ¿no? Tengo un poco el sentimiento de estar con un maestro, porque es un hombre que conoce muy bien la música, ¿no? La armonía, y aparte de eso tiene, además de conocimiento, le sobra cabeza para tener corazón.
Here Paco said that John McLaughlin, I feel and I sense him as a teacher, as a master, and he really knows music and harmony, and it has plenty of knowledge but also a big heart in music.
The situation is actually dramatic as far as musicians, instrumentalists are concerned, jazz musicians. It's a dramatic situation. I'm fortunate because I've been around a long time, in my 70s already. You know, when I was with Miles, I was with Tony, I played with the greats, East and West. So I'm lucky. I still have a reputation and a following. But the younger musician today, I mean, it's dreadful. So how can you get them to reinforce your proposition about the kind of music that Tony would do, or the kind of music that was done in the 60s, or the kind of strong music that we used to listen to and admire and love? You tell me, what band is playing that kind of music today? I don't know, I don't even know one. Musician, I mean, struggling is their middle name. It really is tough. It really is very, very tough. Because where can they go and play? First of all, there are not many clubs. Jazz concerts, what do you have in America? You've got a few festivals, you've got a few jazz festivals, you've got the Playboy Festival, you've got the Newport Jazz Festival, you've got maybe one in Chicago, but not many. And a lot of Americans, they make their living in Europe, here. You know, because the jazz festivals are all over Europe. I mean, even in Eastern Europe, the ex-Soviet Union, you know, this is part of our itinerary now. Fortunately, they have this great love and affection for jazz that I don't even see in America anymore. It's regrettable. It really is. And so for the average musician and coming out of Berkeley School or the Manhattan School of Music or the North Texas State, where are they going to go? Where are they going to get a gig? I think the long-term effects of piracy and free downloading, we have not seen. The toxic results of what's happening. I think it's getting worse. It will get worse. And how to change it around, this is really a big question. I don't have an answer unless you need enthusiasm, okay? You need enthusiasm, you need money. Musicians got to survive. You know, we've all, you know, I mean, I've literally starved, you know, for days, gone without food, just to be a musician, that's part, but when you're young, you don't mind, you can get through it, but you know, you come out of university and you're struggling, and you drive a taxi for a while, you got this job, you got that job, and then you're still practicing, and you can, well, maybe I'll get a gig when I'm 25 or when I'm 27, you know, and if it doesn't happen, what then? What then? He's right, you have to, today, they're going to have a degree in something else in order to fall back on, because more than likely you will have to fall back on, unless you're brilliant genius and you come up with some new concept that I'm talking about jazz, where you are able to incorporate kind of popular aspects, popular musical aspects into a coherent and beautiful way, you know, while having the real playing and not just this, you know, smooth kind of cliche playing. You know, but until now I haven't seen it happen. Because, you know, I sell 1/10 of records of what I used to sell. And now I have my own label, because if I didn't have my own label, I wouldn't have a label. Simple as that. I wouldn't have a label. I got my own label. And so we sell records, and all we want to do is recuperate what it costs us to make a record. And if we do that, we're happy. That's it. That's it. If you make $100 on top, or a couple of $100 on top, so much the better. But sometimes you won't even make what you invest. In Europe and Asia also, jazz is really supported. It's recognized in art form, and there's enthusiasm. In the U.S. is where it's really, it's in the doldrums. What you need is enthusiastic support for the true American culture, I would say. The true American culture is jazz music, born and bred in America. And what do Americans do about it? Do they support it? No. Do the young people get exposed to it? No, because there's no media. The government has to get behind it. It's a cultural thing. Look at the symphony orchestras around the world. They all have city and governmental support. Otherwise, they're gone. There's no symphony orchestra makes a profit. It's unthinkable. It's not supposed to be like that. It's an orchestra. What about a ballet? The ballet. Ballets don't make money. They lose money. Symphony orchestras lose money. But you gain culture. You gain live music, live playing. Why isn't jazz supported in the U.S.? It should be. It has to be. And gradually, you get more people who are exposed to it, and you'll have a new impetus. I'm certain of a new impetus coming into jazz music that will compensate for this shallow commercial jazz that is programmed today, you know, in the U.S. But for that, you're going to need a big conscious awareness.
Luego que descubrí ahí la improvisación. La improvisación es algo que yo pienso que cada músico del estilo que sea, del clásico, del flamenco, de cualquier otra música debería aprender, porque en la improvisación te da mucha libertad y a la vez te da mucho conocimiento de dónde estás tocando, de cómo estás tocando, de qué armonías están en cada momento, ¿no?
Muy bien. Pablo. Sí, Paco, ¿qué es para usted la música popular y qué es la música elitista?
Yo creo que la música elitista es el refinamiento de la música popular. Por ejemplo, el flamenco. El flamenco originalmente es una música popular, la música del pueblo de Andalucía. Pero creo que ya no le pertenece más al pueblo, porque de pronto habemos gente que nos hemos pasado toda una vida encerrados, puliendo esa expresión popular. Entonces ha llegado a un nivel en el que el pueblo ya no tiene esencia, sobre todo a los matices que vamos consiguiendo la gente como yo, que nos pasamos muchas horas elaborando esa música.